Greetings everybody, how is everybody doing? Look where we are, we're in a creative world, yes. A few structures behind me, a few test areas. But the main reason we're in creative is to design this. This is my little wither killer. It's based on, excuse all the slimes. It's based on a combination of designs. This has been seen before. It's just a simple block placer at the top. Let's go up and have a look, actually. Before I do. Yes, I'm in creative just as I build this, just to see how it works. So I've got some block placers here in the shape of a wither. So we have 3 sand here, 1 sand at the bottom, 3 skulls at the top. My sensitivity is really jerky on this. Anyway, and then we've got a bit of a redstone receiver and a redstone repeater there. That'll slow down the skull placement at the top. How, you may ask? Well, as you can see, we're using insulated redstone conduits. I've changed the colour on the top one. We select this tab here to black. Its default is red, like that. So I'm telling this that when I flick this switch up here, I put it right here so I could literally stand here and see how it was building. I did initially have it down there, as you can see. There's another one down there, but I thought I'd move one up here so I can see what's going on. What I will be doing is I will be putting a redstone clock up here, or a timer, which may be better, because I found that the button gives a double pulse, or a pulse and a half. The switch, unless you do it very, very quickly, sometimes ends up placing random blocks after the wither's been spawned. In other words, it's pulsing too long. So it's a bit of a problem. So what we've got here is, as I said, the redstone, and we've also got the item conduits, which are just pulling items from here. So let's say if I grab a stack of wither skulls, and let's grab some soul sand, like so. Let's get a couple of stacks of that, and then I pop those in here like that, and I also pop in the skulls. What'll happen is I've got on the back here always active, so that none of this redstone affects it, and then on the individual inserts I've got wither skeleton skulls using item filters on the top 3, and then soul sand on the rest. And then, because we've got different colours up at top, as you can see here, I've got a red trigger and a black trigger. So the red trigger, as soon as this switches on, will immediately send a redstone connection to that one, which will tell these block placers to instantly place. This is a redstone repeater on a 4-tick delay. So this will tick, 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 and then send. So that will allow the soul sand to be placed first, and then the skulls to be placed after. So I'll just show you a quick demo of this. Beep beep. Nice and quick. There you go. Off he goes, falls to the bottom, and I've just got these weatherproof blocks down there, and he should go pop like that. Now I've also got at the bottom here, this is just a creative energy cell, just so I can power this. You see him down there? It's the draconic grinder, the mob grinder, which is witherproof. So, and then on this side I've just popped on a transfer node with a stack of world interaction and a stack of speed, and that just pulls out all the drops. All the drops. So this is what we're looking at building in my server world. Yeah, it's not very often I pop into creative, but I think this needed it, because otherwise it just stressed the heck out of me. Because as you can see, it sometimes blows holes in the world. And the weird thing is, this runic glass here is the strangest thing, because even though it's witherproof, as it says there, wither boss proof at the top, if we go down here and have a look, it keeps spawning wither glass. Like it believes it's exploding. What was that? It believes it's exploding, even though it's not actually damaging the glass. As you can see, look, all the glass is completely fine. There's just that 2 hole up there that I used to poke dodgy blocks out of the way. So I'll show you again. In fact, what I'll do is I'll clear all the glass out of here. So as you can see there's no glass whatsoever. I'll even empty all the glass out of my inventory so you can't see it. That's another block place. I was just testing different types of block places. Let's come out of there. Go back in like that. There we go. So there's definitely nothing here. No glass whatsoever. No glass in there. No glass panes missing, apart from the 2 in the roof. Now watch this. I think I've just found a bit of a bug. Or it could be a bit of a cheat, really. Let's quickly flick this. And as you can see, he falls down. No glass blown up. Giant squid in the way. And pop. Now, as you can see, let's have a quick look around the magic cabinet. Glass has not broken. No glass broken whatsoever. No holes in this. No nothing. So let's have a look in this chest. What have we got? We've got 8 runic glass. It seems to double... It seems to think that it's breaking them, dropping them, and then replacing them at the same time. It's very peculiar, but it does give me runic wither glass. Witherproof glass, allegedly witherproof. Yeah. So that's a weird thing. Right. So what I'll do is I will smelt some items together. I shall secure a certain place for this in the main world. And then we shall be right back away from these annoying slimes. That's enough of that. Worst day ever. Look at the state of this weather. Unbelievable. So, it's been 24 hours since we were last over yonder in creative world. And there's a reason for it. As you can see, I've built the actual system that I showed you in creative last. Apart from there's a few changes, namely those up there. Now, the problem I've had, I'll show you this over here. The problem I've had, and apparently is a problem with open blocks and FTB utilities, or possibly. I'm not quite sure. I had a troll around the net to try to figure this out. And these fellas obviously place blocks. You put a block in, like that, you give it a redstone signal, this is just a redstone clock, and you can hear it. You hear that? That's trying to place a block. Now obviously, it can't place a block. It's not placing it. So I thought that it must be the fact that we are in a claimed chunk, like this. So as you can see, just to the side there, that's where we'll go. We'll go over... should we go over this way or should we go over that way? Have a look at the map, which is closest. Let's kind of go over this way. Ooh. Until it says wilderness. There we go. Right, so we're in wilderness. Unclaimed chunk. So I'm going to get rid of that. Pop the clock down. And pop the block placer down. Like that. Get rid of the grass. Pop in dirt. Nothing. Now, I'm not quite sure whether it's a server-related issue, because obviously it worked in creative, but it doesn't seem to work on the server. Not quite sure what's conflicting. There's nothing actually in the server logs that says that I can't place that block there. It's giving me no errors whatsoever. Check through the configs and it still won't do it. Not good. Not good at all. So, I've had to swap it out with these fellas. And these are... let me just get back here. These are block placers from Mine Factory. And they work. Only problem is they don't place wither skulls. For some bizarre reason. Let's just get rid of this annoying clover. They don't place wither skulls. Now, what I've got here is I've got an inverted circuit. So I've got the redstone transmitter down here, and this is set to off at the moment. And what that does is that, let's go back up here, switches that off, and I've got an inverted block here with a redstone torch which switches this on. So if I switch that on down there, it will switch this off. And the reason I do that is because it needs a redstone block, a redstone signal, to stop, not to start. So in other words, it always starts, needs a redstone signal to stop. It's a bit backwards, but there you go, there you have it. So yeah, this is the same system as before, but because we're using these Minecraft Mine Factory places, they take power as well. So I've got a little Tesseract over there just sending power. I know I could link it up to the ME and sort it out that way, but unfortunately, as I'll just show you when I go down here, will this rain ever stop? It's a constant at the moment. So if I switch this off, there you go. You can see it's placed the soul sand, but no wither skulls. It won't place them. And I know what you're thinking. Maybe it will place them vertically. So maybe if I had one of these block places here, pointing down, it would plant a skull. You'd be wrong. You'd be wrong, unfortunately. These won't aim vertical. They'll only point horizontally. You can rotate them with a Yeta wrench, but they will only rotate horizontally. They won't rotate vertically, unfortunately. Unless you know of a way, but I've certainly not found one. So it's kind of a pain, because for me to get withers, I now have to come up here and pop some skulls on the top and watch old wither fella fall down like this. He goes all the way down, and anytime you're ready, right on time, he goes boom, everything disappears, and everything goes through this item transfer node into the Tesseract, which is linked back to the house on there. So if we look now, and we look for nether stars, you can see I've got 3. I tested this a couple of times, trying to figure out what the problem was. Ooh, it's night time. Let me just go home and sleep. I tried this out a couple of times just to see what the problem was, so apologies that you weren't there for the... Oh, no, bed. That's what I need. Apologies if you weren't there for the initial switching on the machine. But, yeah, it's a bit of a pain. It's an absolute pain that it won't do that. Now, I can probably get round this by using ME. I might get some... Are they called creation planes? I think they're called planes. Let's have a look. Plane. Formation plane. There you go. You've got a formation plane and an annihilation plane. In other words, one creates, one destroys. So I think we may be able to do it with formation planes. I've yet to try. If anybody has tried, don't forget to leave it in the comments and see if you can help me on this situation. Because it is a bit of a pain, it has to be said. So what I'm going to do then is I shall move this, because it's pointless being here at the moment. And I'll pop that up here, so we're a little bit closer. In fact, I could pop it on the top, couldn't I? Seems I'm going to be here quite a lot. Let's just swap-a-rooney that one. Pop that there. Nope, wrong way around. There we go. Pop that there and stick a lever there. So boom, that should work. There we go. Boom. So yeah, this is probably going to be the only way at the moment until I can figure out something else. I may have to play... Ooh, nice hat. I may have to play with... What is it? What is the hat? Can't tell. May have to play with the formation plane. Boom. In creative, just to try and figure out how that's going to work. So this obviously needs a lot of purification because it's quite ugly at the moment. But that's fine, you know. We'll do that in and amongst everything else. I'm just happy that I've got a semi-working wither farm. Admittedly, I have to do it myself, but, you know, it's modded. I'm sure there'll be a way around this somehow. Boom! The stars galore. So, another thing we want to talk about. Look at the size of these trees. These are amazing. And these are just spruce. Oh! You saw it first. I've been eaten by a tree. Is it this way out? Yeah, there we go. For some reason they're growing in clumps of 4. Which is fine. I don't mind. It's fine. What I'm trying to do over here, we're just going to get back to this chest in a second. What I'm trying to do here is, this is an eerie biome. As you can see on the right hand side, just underneath the minimap, it says eerie. Now, you plant silverwood trees. What can happen on silverwood trees is that they create nodes, which are Thorncraft nodes. When a node is created, there's one. See, you've got one here, you see, which is keeping this eerie biome going. But you also have one here. In fact, you've got 2 in here. And what they do is, as you can see in the right hand side, they change the biome type to magical forest. So I've got some shimmer leaves there. They also, if you've got taint in the world, those get rid of taint as well. So I'm setting up a little magical forest area so I can grow mana beans and things like that for Thorncraft when I eventually get round to it over there. Oh, as you can see, the sky's changing if you go into a magical biome. Does it change if you go into an eerie biome? Or is it just changing because I'm in an eerie biome? No, it's changing because I'm in an eerie. Yeah. So, yeah, these, you do get a few saplings from these. It's a very low chance, but you do get 1 or 2. So that's not too bad. So I've set those up and let them grow. Give me some space. You never know, we might even get some pecks turning up. The little men with backpacks that grumble a lot and nick all your things. Yeah. So I was thinking about this area here. Ignoring the Twilight Portal, of course. You may be thinking, well, he's got a Twilight Portal, but he hasn't done any Twilight recently. Well, that's because I did it in the old world before we got into this world, into the server world, so I didn't think you really needed to see all that again. But I'll bring it back if there's some stuff like fighting the Yeti and things like that. Still may do that, yeah, over there. So what we're going to do in this area is in this box, because I wasn't happy. The thing is, I plonk things down, and eggs. I plonk things down, and they never. I plonk them down just to get them going, get them working, and the problem with that is you end up with loads of little things just dotted around the place. And it generally looks untidy, looks messy. Is that all? Right. No chickens. I just got stiffed. So yeah, I want to try and make things a bit neater. Like as you can see here, I've carved out this area now so it runs a bit more cleanly across and extended this garden. Yet to do anything with this. But as I've always said, the gardens are a work in progress. I will sort them out. This was the biggest eyesore I had, because that was over in this corner here. And, ooh, eggs flashing around my head. And I thought, well, I need to do something with this. So, it's a long story, but I need pink slime. Because pink slime. It'll help if I type slime. Pink slime. Right, so pink slime is going to help me make my crossbow. So as you can see there, the durability is very fast and the draw speed is very fast. The arrow speed's not too bad. But that's possibly the best thing that you can use for certain parts of your crossbow. Yeah, it's your draw speed you want to get down. So I want to get draw speed right down. As you can see there, it's 0.7 of a second, so that's rather fast. But in order to get slimy, we need some farms and slaughterhouses and breeders So the idea is I'm going to set up a farm here. And we're going to move all these animals into pens and situate it around sort of a mini ranch area. It's going to come around here. Or maybe it might start here actually. This might be the front of it. So at least we're looking out and we don't get the back of the building just here, which may look rather ugly. I'm going to try and build it into the environment as we go around. Now obviously the pens are going to need, well they don't necessarily need, but we'll give them flat area. May keep this pond, so I may just extend this section here, just so I can put some pens down, so I can isolate these 4. More eggs! Oh, so many eggs! So yeah, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to start dropping some dirt in here, and when I get some idea of the form of how I want this to look, I'll be right back. And we're back. So I made a little bit of progress. What I've tried to do is kind of recreate something similar to this look, but maybe a little bit... Excuse me, I should never have a drink of Coca-Cola. Oh, ooh, it's the real thing. Sorry about that. I should never really drink before I start recording, but I always do. Anyway, so I've made something similar to this, and it's over here. But what I've done is, instead of using planks, I've used logs. Maybe it's a little bit too dark, but maybe once we get the lighter roof on, get some vines growing, it won't look too bad. Again, little trapdoors as window boxes. Just need some glass in here. So let's have a look at the glass. And we don't want that, we don't want that, we don't want that. Let's have that. I'm sure I had glass panes. No, they're horrible. They're horrible. Yes. Oh, did I use some kind of pane? I'm sure I did. I'm sure those windows are set back. Let's just have a look. Ah, right, yeah, they are set back 1 block. Okie dokie. And I think I've got enough. Ooh, pretty flower. I think I've got enough smooth sandstonio to put in here. Just plop, plop, plop. And plop. I think I've built these up. Just going off the top of my head here, just trying to figure out what on God's green earth I did. Bish, bash, bosh. And then the windows came over like this. And then the cloth went in it like this. Like so. So, let's... you can go in the window box. Yes, that's what you can do. Come around here, and boom, there you go. So yeah, this is going to be the area. Did I build that one too far forward, or because this has got a recess? I'm sure I built that differently on the other side. Let me just have a look. It doesn't have to be an exact copy, but I mean it's going to look very similar. Yes, it is. It's on that. So I must have built it 1 block further back. Let's have a looky-loo. Yes, it's a square room in here. So I'll just do that on this side. Like this, I think it went. It's a bit of a bigger window, but it's fine. It's fine. And then the glass. Where's the glass gone? There it is. There it is. Shall I make it a bigger window? No, I'll keep the same. Well, it is going to be bigger anyway, but... Here, and let's just take these out here. And that one. And pop them here, like that. Yeah, okay, it's a bland square room, but, you know. It will change once we flesh this out a little more. I just thought I'd bring you in, just to kind of go through how I build things. Because everybody complains I never build things on camera. So there you go. Now this had Did this have these here? I believe it did. Like so, and because that one's only 2 over that side, but this is going to be 3. We'll do that, and then fence posts there. So I'll switch that off so it doesn't connect, and then fence post there. And then I believe we have something along these lines. Yeah, that's kind of coming along. Anyway, I think that'll do us for this episode, I think. Next episode, we'll look at sorting out the machinery. I'll plan out the plots and see how we go. But apart from that, it's looking quite spish. It needs, obviously, a little bit of TLC. Devil's in the details, after all. But it only remains for me to say thank you very much for stopping along and watching my stupidity. It's always appreciated. Don't forget to like and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. And as always, I shall see you on the flip side. Much love, always. Much love. Why did I say always then? I'm always saying always. He says always. Peace.